Hey everyone, how you doing? If you are new here, I'm Nicol Concilio and welcome to the video, y'all. So I have just received in the mail the new Kylie birthday collection, and a lot of you guys were asking me to test it out here on my channel, so that's what we're gonna do today. This is her first big launch after her rebrand, her reformulation, all that jazz. So I'm very, very interested to see how everything plays out. Now, if you guys didn't watch my video on the Kylie reformulation and my thoughts, make sure you do that. You don't wanna miss that. So now we actually are gonna be playing around with her eyeshadows, because in the rebrand that I got sent, there was no eyeshadows in there, so we didn't really have much to test as far as eyes go. So I do have a little pamphlet for some information. So this is launching August 10th. I don't really know what time this video will be uploaded, but I am currently filming it on August 9th. This is her 24 karat gold collection because she turned 24. I actually think it's a cute idea. I really like the play on gold and all of that. By the way, you guys, this is going to be her biggest eyeshadow we have seen yet, pan-wise. So as I was swatching this, you guys, I started to realize that a lot of these shades needed to go over twice, even some of the shimmer shades. So I didn't want any of these swatches to be misleading and wanted to be transparent and let you guys know that I did have to go in for most of these 2 times. So taking a look at the packaging, I think it's very Kylie. It's very Leo of her. We love Leos in this house. There will be no Leo slander in the comments. I think this is very Kylie. This is very her brand, very like sexy, body showing everywhere. I was actually surprised that the outside packaging matched the inside, but there you go. You have a picture of Kylie as well. Personally, when people have pictures on products like this, for me, it kind of can feel a little bit like a little tacky vibes, but you know, this is very Kylie. This is very Leo collection. So you open it up, and this is what the palette looks like inside. Very, very big palette compared to anything that she has put out. I will say I am noticing a difference in the way that it's swatched. So we'll have to see how it plays off on the eyes, of course. So I figured rather than just sitting here going one by one of each item, I'll show it to you as I use it. So let's start off first with our eyeshadow. I already have my brows done, so I'm gonna zoom you guys on in and let's get started on our eyeshadow look. Now I will say, you guys, this is a palette of neutrals. So if neutrals aren't your thing, just right off the bat, I don't think you're gonna be driving with this. You guys know that little pink of pop in the color has my heart a little bit. For our eyes, I'm gonna be going in with the P. Louise base, and I'm just gonna be tapping this. You don't need a lot because it is so insanely pigmented. I mean, look at it blending out. It's like, woof. I gotta tell you, like, I was like a little bit shocked at the way I had to even go in with some of the shimmer shades twice, because usually shimmer shades you can get maximum payoff with one swipe-a-roni. The first shade I'm gonna go in with is Here For It All. It's like a peachy tone. We're just gonna use this as a transition. I'm still, at this moment in time, not really sure what I'm deciding on doing, but it'll get there. It'll get there. So I'm just gonna tap this right near the brow bone. Since I have so much lid space, where I place product is gonna be a little bit different for those of you at home, you know, but I kind of almost touch my brow bone. I am touching my brow bone. So some of you may not need to go up that high. I'm just gonna go in hot right now. I'm gonna go in hot with the darkest brown in the palette because I really wanna see how it performs. It kind of swatched like subpar. This is Moments in Time. So let's get it going. So I'm taking this brown and I'm gonna be creating a really, really harsh crease with this because I wanna see how it blends. So I'm just going in as a second time now to really just define that even more. I'm gonna go over this now a third time, and don't worry, I know I kind of got a little sloppy here. We're gonna be cleaning it up with concealer anyway, so it doesn't really matter, but I wanna do some sort of like a winged shadow vibe. Now I'm gonna blend right over that with this same initial transition shade, just to see like how this brown is gonna blend out. And especially because we did have a little bit of problems with our swatches, I really am trying to see how well these shadows blend. So it definitely is blending out, but I do feel like we lost some of the pigment. Sometimes that is normal. So let's go right back on in and go over it now for a 4th time. And the brush I'm using is the Sigma Soft Blend Tend brush. All right, so it is blending, y'all. I feel like I have to keep layering. I'm not gonna blend as much this time and kind of just leave it a little bit more harsh. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it like that, and let's go ahead and do the other eye. All right, so we already started on our other eye, just got the base down, and we're going on in now and really harshening this up. And I'm gonna go on in and just blend. I will say, like, they are blending, but part of me worries that they may be blending too much. So just darkening that up more. This is currently our 3rd layer. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is just kind of like stamp the shadow in to really make it just like be bold and stick out. So it's kind of just like a little stamping technique and just a little light dusting. The lightest dusting you will ever see. So now I'm gonna be taking that same P. Louise base and I'm just gonna be carving out the inside of my eyelid to make it look a little bit more sharp. So more than anything, I just want this part of my eye to be really, really defined. And I'm using a Laura Lee Los Angeles brush to do this. And I'm kind of just like tapping whatever is left on my brush to the beginning of the eye, but I want the beginning of my eye to remain pretty soft, so I'm just kind of like lightly tapping it. I'm gonna do the same exact thing to this eye, duh, you guessed it. And just gonna start off in this corner here and just kind of like outline first. Once it's outlined, it's a lot easier to fill in. I promise you, like, with makeup, a lot of it is using the right brushes to do the right techniques. Like, I promise you, this may look difficult, but so many of you could do this if you have the right brushes more than anything. If you guys are ever interested in like what brushes I think you need or whatever, I can always film that for like YouTube or TikTok. Just let a girl know. For this outer corner, because I think I want to do like two-tone shadow on the lid or something, I'm going to start off first with Certified Gold. This is probably the most true gold that's in the palette. I'm going to just start by tapping, because I don't want to put too much in one area. Shimmer shadows can sometimes get clumpy on me, so I'm kind of a fan of the big old tapperones. So I kind of stopped it like halfway in between my eye. That's always a good rule of thumb if you ever want to like split a shadow or whatever on your lid. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing over here, just tapping it down first. And if you get a little bit on the darker brown color, that's okay, because we're gonna clean that up anyway. We're gonna go back in and darken that up, so it doesn't really matter. And for the inner corner, I think I'm gonna be doing this matte shade Make a Wish. And I'm just basically gonna be blending that with the shimmer shadows. And I'm just gonna be dusting that right on top to really just blend in. And you can go back and forth to blend it a little bit more. But I kind of wanted it to be a little bit different, have a little bit more depth to the beginning part of the eye. And we can always go in with that Certified Gold color and amplify it a little bit more, blend it more on top. It really is just all about your preference, but I am really, really liking the way this looks. I know it's hella simple, but I mean, you know, this is basically a neutral palette, so. But it's achievable, which I love. I want to play around with the darkest brown. If I'm going to be completely honest with you guys, I'm just not driving with the way it's looking. So I'm going to go ahead and add another layer, really focusing it heavy in the back where we have that point. And I don't think I'm going to blend it. I think I'm just going to leave it harsh, honestly, because when I blend it, I feel like I'm just losing too much color. Okay, so this is what we're working with. Gonna do the same thing on this side. This is all I'm wanting to do on the eyes, so let's move on to some mascara and lashes. We're gonna switch it up and use the Ilia mascara today. This is a big ass wand, so I like using this for when I'm not doing liner because I feel like I can really get in there and get the lashes really voluminous and whatnot. It's actually a pretty good liner. I've only used it a handful of times, but I've been liking it. It's like great for thickening. Before we move away from our eyes, we have the Kylie Liquid Eyeliner Duo, and instead of using this as a liner, I may use it just to spruce up some of the shimmer. This is a big applicator. Wow. Okay, here are some swatches just because I probably won't use both of them. This one is like a rose gold color, and I guess this one is more gold. Let's see. Yeah, that one's more like champagne-y. Oh, and the bristles are very, like, what is that? I think it's like a felt tip. So I'm only gonna use a little bit of this, and I'm gonna just like kind of like apply it sparsely. I don't even know if it's gonna make a difference, but just a little bit. More than anything, I just got it on my lashes, so there's that. Before we move on to any other products and I do my foundation and we finish up this makeup look, I wanna go ahead and test out the lipsticks while I don't have any foundation on. Sometimes when I have foundations on, it's really hard to test lipstick out because it just gets all over your face. So let's go ahead and do that. This is the Kylie Lip Shine Lacquer. We have 4 of these to test out. This is what they look like. The first one up is going to be called One Time for the Birthday Bitch. Honestly, these colors are extremely similar. This is what they look like when you pull it out. The applicator is definitely different from what we've seen from Kylie. There's also no strong scent, which is good. This formula is really comfortable. I will say it's a little bit more sticky than the high gloss, but really more than anything, it feels super hydrating. I actually, dare I say, I like this formula the best. Okay, let's try our next shade. This one is called 24. Gonna wipe this puppy off. This one is a little bit more pink, but like I said, these colors look so freaking similar, like they really do. However, I will say the formula is really nice. The next one up we have is, wait, why do we have 2? I have 2 that says One Time for the Birthday Bitch. Are they identical? Is that like an error? I think they're like identical. Let me check now. Now I need to look at this pamphlet. I don't understand. It's not telling me the names. They look different here on paper. Like this is what it's showing, but here, I'm gonna swatch them both on white piece of paper so we can see. Cause that's weird. Okay. Here's the first color and here's the second color. Bro, they are identical. Literally identical. So I don't know if maybe I just got sent the wrong thing. I don't know, because on here, the colors look different. But anyway, the last lip color I have to try is To More Life, and this is definitely the lightest color out of the 4 of them. I actually like this one the best out of all the ones we tried. Honestly, a lot of the other colors were very similar to my lip tattoo. I honestly wish she was selling these singly because I'm very confused. Literally had 2 of the same colors, so I don't know. The only thing I could think of is like maybe mine got effed up because they definitely are identical. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my face makeup off camera. I'll be back for our highlighter. We also have an all over highlighter that we can use, which is a glossy one. I'm excited about that. I love a good gloss highlighter these days. All right, so let's go ahead and finish off our under eye here. I wanted to go in with pink to maybe kind of give it a pop of color. So I think that's probably what we'll do. And I'm just gonna, oh wow, you can like barely see it. That is super weird. Like, you guys, it's barely showing. And it's a shimmer shade. Like, I get that I'm applying it not in the way like a shimmer shade should be applied, but what? That's not good. I'm so confused. I'm gonna use a stiffer brush. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead then and just do like smoky brown to continue the under eye because I don't want this to be like looking pink if it's not gonna work, you know? So I'm just going in with moments in time and just gonna like smoke that out. Damn, that's kind of crazy. So we got this little skin gloss here, this all over gloss, and this is what it looks like. It's in a tube. Wow, you can barely see it. The lights are so... Maybe if I do that. Yeah, okay, there you can see it. And it's a multi-use gloss. So, okay. Oh, this is what it looks like. Oof. It is sticky, honey. Sticky, sticky, sticky. Okay, I'm gonna just put like a little bit. Ooh, girl, I don't even know. I'm scared that it's gonna mess up this look. I'm just adding a little bit. It's like cute, but like really, really sticky. I'm actually shocked at how sticky it is and gloopy. I mean, I guess it's meant to have like that wet look, but still, I mean, if you have a problem with like cream products, I don't like, if cream products are difficult for you to use, I don't think you will be able to use this all over gloss, like at all. It might look cool on the eyes is really what I'm thinking. This is the packaging for the highlighter. This is what it looks like. And inside, it's actually really cool inside. I think that this is probably visually the coolest. It says 24, so let's go in and add a little bit of highlighter. I'm not gonna do anything soups craze because you guys know I don't really, oh Jesus. Wow, okay, so it is like hella pigmented. Very gold, but it's pretty. And one of the last things we have to try out is actually a new product from Kylie Cosmetics. It's the liquid highlighter. It's for your body. And this is what it looks like. Again, it's like very hard to, there you go, you can see it. The packaging's a little bit hard to see. I'm just gonna apply this on my arm since it is meant for the body. That way you guys can kind of get a little bit of a see here. Oh, it's actually very subtle. Compare it to my other arm. It just kind of just looks hydrated. I'm gonna actually stand up so you guys can see. Ooh, there's my boobies. YouTube, don't demonetize me. So just do this up here so that way you guys can see even more. So it's very, very natural. Like, it is not shimmery or anything like that. It's extremely, extremely natural. This is my arm without it, obviously dull. And this is my arm with it. I do feel like it gives off a little effortless glow. I personally do like more shimmery things, but I know that there are a lot of people out there that aren't into the shimmer. This product's actually a lot nicer than what I thought it was going to be. Oops, I'm sorry, you guys. Actually, my last product to try here is just a clear gloss. This is a lip serum, and it just is like 24K all over it. Oh my God, it smells incredible. It smells like vanilla. I really like that. Is that crazy that that got me more excited than most of the products? So I think for lips, what I'm gonna do is use the shade Two More Life, and I'm gonna zoom you guys on out and finish up this review and give you guys my thoughts. Okay, you guys. Overall, this was a very cute collection. However, I have some thoughts. After looking back at this pamphlet and realizing, you know, this little pamphlet that I got, realizing how much this eyeshadow palette was for $60, I mean, I know you're getting 24 eyeshadow pans. However, I just feel like this is severely overpriced for shadows that really are just neutrals. And honestly, I feel like we've seen a lot of these colors from Kylie Cosmetics before in the past. Now, I do understand that like Kylie as a person wears a lot of neutrals, and I think that's just something, you know, her brand is more of like what she wears than what like, you know, is necessarily colorful or like interesting story palette wise. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't really feel comfortable recommending a palette full of neutrals where I had to basically double swatch everything and some of the colors almost blended completely away. I don't really feel comfortable recommending this to you guys, if I'm gonna be completely honest. However, if you are just a Kylie fan and like neutrals, then be my guest, be my guest. I will say, one of the things that really shocked me how much I liked it is this lip serum. It's very hydrating, feels really good. I also really do like this formula of the lip shine. However, I don't understand why I got two of the same color. Hopefully that was just an error for my package and not gonna be a problem for the future. Out of everything here, I feel most comfortable recommending the lipsticks just because of how great they are. Obviously, like, I was able to create a beautiful look with the eyeshadow palette, but it's all about affordability, you know? I just don't think, I don't think it is worth $60. I don't, and I mean that, you know, respectfully. One other thing I also did like was this highlighter. Granted, it is very gold. I really think of this as more of like a collector's item with makeup rather than something that you're gonna reach for daily. So I do like the look of it. I like the aesthetic of it. However, will I use it every day? Probably not. I probably will only use it every now and then for like golden looks like this, where I wanna have a little bit of a golden highlighter. Like, I might actually pick this up more around Halloween time if I was gonna do like a goddess kind of makeup look or something, you know? I'm not digging this all over gloss. Obviously, I used it on my cheek. I do wanna see how it would look on my lids, but it was very thick, and I feel like it's gonna be difficult for those of you who don't really know or who are beginners with using glossy things like that. It's gonna be difficult for you to maneuver and use. I will definitely keep you guys updated on my TikTok or stories or any of those things to see how this wears on my eyes, because I do want to see how it will look on there. But I will say, definitely not like the top of the wow products that wowed me or anything. And like I said, for personal preference, I do like a body shimmer or body, you know, glow product that's gonna have a little bit more shimmer and a little bit more oily to it. I feel like this kind of just dried down and gave me a little bit of like a cast on my shoulder, like a shadowy, like, oh, there you can see it. Like, it kind of just like dried down and kind of is just a cast there. So I don't really know, like, again, I don't think I would be reaching for this, but if you don't really like body oils or shimmers, then this might be a good alternative. And as far as these glitter liners go, you know, it was cute to add a little pop of gold and shimmer to the lid and glitter to the lid. I just don't see myself using things like this. I mean, you guys know how I feel about glitter. It's not like, I mean, how much I hate those glitterly obsessed from ColourPops. Like, glitter is just not like the biggest thing for me. So yeah, more than anything, I was more impressed with the lip products in this collection. And also, like I said, I really do think that this is cute as like if you are a collector of makeup and if you like a gold highlight every now and then. So yeah, I really hope that this was helpful for you guys. Leave me a comment down below what you guys think, and if you like what you see, please consider subscribing. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye!